let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
It's an
happy she gets a
impossible
gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like, you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there...
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh, boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh, God.
Whoa.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or
let's
could.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014. They need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
It was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well,
do?
I don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
We're like, we got a lion.
Oh, I guess we should probably go here.
Yeah, we
We're live.
Welcome back to PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex,
This is episode 198. I got distracted by the cat.
the lion
gonna
that
be
walked
walking
into
in
the
here.
room.
Yes, Namiria walked in. She's
She
gotten
got-
fat.
We
Hey,
left
don't
for 4 days and we came back and she's like 10 pounds.
Holy crap. What does Timon say? Holy jeez, it's a lion. Is that what he says?
Who?
Timon.
from.
Let's see, what does he
I think
think?
it's what it is.
No.
I don't
No?
know what he
It's not
says.
holy jeez. I think it's just, jeez, it's a lion.
Jeez, it's a lion? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
I
what
think.
it is. That's pretty much what
So
it was.
yeah, apparently my crotch is a dangerous weapon according
Oh,
to the TSA,
can
bro.
we talk about that? I forgot about that. Let's talk about that.
Did we do our intro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry,
did.
We listening to the show?
we have been home for
You
12
listening to
hours.
it?
We have. We've been
Yeah.
home for 12 hours.
Yeah, I got felt up by the TSA because we got body
It's
scanned.
their job.
Yeah, we got. Well, the problem is I had nothing on me, and so they said that there was a red section by my crotch
That lit up.
that lit up. So I was like,
So he had to get like
I had to get pat down.
pat down and
And-
felt in
and they
his
put
pants.
the fingers in the pants and everything. Luckily, I was wearing loose jeans, and it didn't
Why
bother
did
me
they
at
wipe
all.
your hands? Did we figure that out?
I have no idea.
You shut up.
I told you she's very lovey right now. She misses us.
Shut up.
So
We're on the air.
it was a week.
Yeah. Okay. So, but no, seriously though, I think it's like, remember when I got pulled off from security and then they were wiping like my phone and my case and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's like the same thing to see if you have any like
gunpowder or like some type of material. Yeah, she can't do that, babe.
It's okay.
You
It's
gotta
okay.
pull
I
it
got
out.
Oh, there, she just pulled one down. What a pain in the ass.
She's a pain in the ass.
All right, it's fine.
No, but they wiped his hand with some kind of like, it was like a paper. They wiped like the front and back of his hands.
I don't know. Maybe
And
they're detecting something.
when I got
Gunpowder? I don't know.
when I got pulled over when I got pulled aside
I'm gonna
in
look it up.
Colorado, they wiped like a bunch of stuff in my purse, and they didn't wipe me though. But they didn't wipe me.
Why did why?
But it was really weird because I saw him like wipe Josh's hands. Shut up. And then Josh was like, I went to go get my freaking shoes on. Josh was like, apparently I have something in my crotch. I was like, what? He's like, they were very serious. I know they have to take their job seriously, but Josh was like, they kept telling me asking me if I have something next to my crotch.
No.
Did he grab you down there?
No. Alex told me to check my crotch section, like for real. She was she was concerned about it.
Is a bracelet in your underwear or something?
They test for traces of explosives.
Okay, so that's what
what
it
it
is.
is.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Where'd she go? Did she leave?
No, she's right there
She's
being
over there.
Okay.
an asshole.
Okay. So we went to Key West. It was fun.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
why don't you say like the rest of that? How you were a suspicious person
What?
over the thing? They said they were
Oh
looking.
yeah. This is weird. So I got pat down by that, and then we're waiting at our gate, and we flew Spirit. Which, if you guys ever have the opportunity to fly Spirit, I will give you my 0 out of 5-star rating
Very much
of
so.
the worst airline I've ever been on in my life.
Yes.
Terrible stuff. No, we had a whole mix-up at the gate where we had to see the agent at the gate, but they were too busy. They were scanning all these tickets, people getting in. If you've ever flown Spirit, it's like a bus. You pack in there, bro. They have no space.
No space.
Nothing. You get no leg room. Nothing. It's the worst. But people just do it because it starts
It's
off cheap.
cheap.
And then it gets worse as it goes. But anyway, so as I was saying, when we were at the gate, we're sitting there waiting, and I'm like, are they like holding us up for a reason? Because I got pat down at the thing. I heard over the walkie, suspicious person, red hoodie, gray backpack. I have
exactly what he was
That's
wearing.
exactly what I was wearing. And I'm just like, I'm gonna get.
And they held us off to the side until we were the last people on the plane. This was like a big ass plane.
Yeah. That was last night.
And they just like, you just stand over here. We have your seats, but just stand over here.
I'm just like,
I was like,
oh, you have our seats, huh? No, they we.
So if you're going to talk about the flight home, I was the one that experienced what happened in front of you.
Okay, so
Josh and I got sat separately too.
again,
So we
Yeah.
get on the plane and we're being not trolleyed or whatever you call it. Taxied to the takeoff strip.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my headphones in and I'm like looking at my phone, and we're about 2 rows from the emergency exit in the middle of the plane, and then I'm on the left, Josh is on the right. Well, 2 rows in front of him is where this happened. And
I'm gonna kick the cat out. She's bothering me.
that's fine. And it's super silent. It's really dark. We're leaving really late at night, like 11 o'clock at night from Florida. And all of a sudden, like, we haven't even taken off yet, so they haven't served anything. And I have this extremely strong smell of booze, like as if someone dropped a couple liters of alcohol, like in the plane. Like, everybody, you just start seeing, like, looking around and moving. And then there's a bunch of commotion up to my right, 2 rows in front of Josh in the emergency aisle, right next to the big old door. And some guy was plastered getting on the plane and threw up on himself. And I'm talking like a huge pile. And then, because I had seen a guy jump up right away, he threw up on the guy next to him. Aww. And so this is right before we're taking off. And it doesn't even smell like vomit. It smells like alcohol, like pure alcohol. So everybody's rushing and whatnot. Well, they wanted to keep the plane on schedule, so they said they pretty much just like laid a bunch of stuff down and then send the other dude up. Well, we're on a full flight, so there's nowhere for the other dude to sit, so they have him sitting like up where flight attendant's supposed to be sitting because he's covered in vomit, and I'm like, oh my god, we're not gonna be able
He's
to take
got
off.
quite the story, doesn't he?
Oh,
my
yeah,
god,
it gets
does.
worse.
He's like blackout drunk too.
Did you
Like,
say where he was sitting yet?
Oh yeah, so I told you he was sitting in the emergency aisle. So you
Yeah.
have to, if you buy your tickets online or if you get them at the gate and you are in an emergency aisle, you have to click a box or accept that you are responsible enough to handle an emergency situation and help direct in an emergency situation. One of those things is you cannot drink alcohol or you cannot be drunk. It's like a law. It's like it's bad.
Yep.
So anyways, so we go ahead and they go ahead and they strap everybody down and they take off. Well, what they didn't do is the seat behind them were taking off. So you go up vertically, right? All that freaking vomit went behind and into the next row.
Luckily, I was another row back.
Josh was one more row back, so he didn't get it.
Silver lining, I didn't get it or I didn't smell it, too.
I don't know how you didn't smell it because the girls next to you did.
I know, they were like...
And so anyway, and then we get up, and the people behind these guys, like in that seat, realize because you have to put all your stuff underneath the seat in front of you. Their backpacks had vomit all over them, and their purses and stuff. They were so pissed off. And on top of that, they didn't think to give the drunk fuck a bag, so he threw up again.
I didn't know he threw up again.
He threw up again once we got into like level, like in the air. And I heard the guy in front of him go, why don't you just give him a fucking bag? Like, they came up with all these freaking
oh my God. I didn't hear that.
Trash bags, like, that they were using to clean up everything. Did not think to give the guy throwing up alcohol something to throw up into.
See, Alex was doing this, listening to all this, while I was just tuning into music, man. I was just chill. And I was like, I'm just going to look outside.
So all that was happening. And, of course, like, the people next to me are like, I had an aisle seat, so I had, like, front row center of it. And then, so in the middle of it, there's that was a 3-seater. So he's on the far right. Some girl, poor girl, because she had to sit through the whole entire thing. She just sat they gave her a mask and then just sat.
No, they gave her more than a mask. Didn't they give her like a pillowcase to wrap around her face?
No, she put a scarf around her face.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was a white scarf.
Because it smelled so bad.
Yeah.
And she spent the whole entire trip, which is a 3.5-hour flight.
And it started
right when we took off.
Didn't they have any like Febreze or something?
They came around with like a little lemon spray.
Eventually they did. And that I smelled that.
Yeah, they came around with a little lemon spray, and that was about it.
And then coffee. They used coffee grounds.
Oh, yeah.
That smelled really good.
Yeah, they did. They
I was
used
like,
coffee
ooh,
grounds.
someone's brewing coffee.
They had these little, it's really weird. It almost looks like, those bags that you use to toss for cornhole? Those were filled with coffee. Yeah,
Wowzers. Here we go, guys. We just started. We are 15 minutes in.
Asshole. Yes, a bean bag. But it was full of ground coffee, and they just like have them underneath the seats and stuff, so it like helps disguise the smell. It's a really good idea. But so what was I saying? So not the captain, it was like the main flight attendant, which is like this big guy, came down, sat next to him, turned on the light, like a spotlight on him, and this dude, like, I could see through the seats, like, he's really young, like early 20s, and the dude is like glazed over, like super, like he's 3 sheets to the wind, and the guy's like looking at him, and I can kind of hear what he's saying. He's like, he had to hand him his wallet and stuff to see, like, check his ID and whatnot, and he said, like, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Pretty much like, we're gonna hold you afterwards because, like, you're in an emergency aisle and you're inequipped to handle an emergency situation. Like, and he's like, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? And then the guy was just like glossed over, like has no idea what's going on. Was he flying
alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like he partied really hard and got on the plane.
Yeah.
Like, it was just disgusting. But yeah, so that was our flight home, and then on top of it, it was just uncomfortable. And then we got home at like 1:15 in the morning in Chicago.
We flew in and then we had to get our car, and then we had to drive home. We got home at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rough.
It was rough, but yeah. I don't know why we always
that was the end of our trip.
Always have some type of like story about the airport.
Yeah.
Like, we can't just have like a normal drop the bags off, get on the plane and land. That's what happened.
Especially on the way home. Like, on the way home, it's always rough. Like, we didn't even talk about what, like, the start of our trip or anything. No. Like, we got to go over that eventually through. But we want to break it up and do talk about something else. So we can go into, like, something else we want to talk. Brett, you have the, what do you want to go into?
So I didn't even realize it, but the XFL started on Saturday.
Yeah, I was mad.
I didn't channel surfing, and I was like, oh.
Think XFL. About that. Yeah.
So, I didn't watch much, but what I did watch, I enjoyed. I mean,
who'd you watch?
I watched the Houston Roughnecks
Same.
against the LA Wildcats.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I watched some of the second quarter, but
Yeah.
I didn't watch much. I turned it back into the fourth, and it was a blowout.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't close, so I didn't go further. But interesting things about it was there was a non-call for a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Ooh.
And what they do is they have a camera in the booth where the head official is watching. He's got a computer screen in front of him, and he's got all these different angles. So, and you can hear him communicating to the refs about why, as he's looking at different angles as to why it's not a penalty, and he's communicating with the refs. I mean, it's basically complete transparency of how the decisions for penalties are being made. It's very interesting.
Huh.
You know, the NFL doesn't do anything like that. So they did that. The other thing they did that I didn't like is they were interviewing players and coaches through the whole game.
Through it?
Yeah, like in the middle of it, which was annoying. But in one thing I could not believe that they did is the commentators and the guys in the box, and Kurt Menefee was one. He was doing the play-by-play, which he's kind of the main guy on Fox.
Yeah.
For the pregame show.
Right.
They were interviewing the head coach of Houston while he's coaching on the sideline. So in his, the headsets they wear, the head coach they're asking him questions and he's answering in the middle of the game.
It gives you a little bit more of an introspective of what's going on in the mind of what's on the field, I guess.
Did you guys see, or Josh at least told me that, did you tell me that the quarterbacks or somebody has mics?
Yeah, they're mic'd up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because I read a thing today that there was a bunch of swearing that the FCC.
Oh my God!
So, what do you expect?
Dude, it happens.
Oh, sure.
It happens on every sport.
I've heard players, like NHL players, being mic'd up, and
yeah,
they just
let
let loose.
Did they have The Rock do an intro?
I didn't watch the beginning, so
okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Did you hear that? I just want to say a quick side note. The Rock's daughter is going into training
for the WWE.
Yeah, she's going into.
Nice. No surprise there.
No, but I'm happy that we're gonna get another
fourth generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, back to what we were saying with the XFL. The kickoff was weird.
Yeah, I don't know the rule to that.
I read it. You have to kick it off between the 20 and end zone.
Okay.
In order for it to be like a live thing, otherwise you can kick it into the end zone or back, and it'll go to the 35.
But even the receiving team is moved all the way up.
Yes, so it's like a line,
right?
And they can't move until that ball is touched or lands, I believe.
So they can't even block.
Right, they can't move. It's like a line.
The kicking team can't either, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's a weird thing, but it makes.
I know. I saw a few plays, and what was the team that we liked?
Oh, I like Houston.
What are they called though?
The Roughnecks.
Roughnecks. Yeah. They actually look pretty good. I was like, oh, that's a good pass. Oh, that's a good catch.
I'll watch some more.
Yeah.
Oh, will you?
I didn't watch enough to really say it's yes, I love it, or no, I don't.
Mister, I'm not gonna.
Well, I didn't say I was gonna boycott it.
No, but you weren't interested at all. But
well,
that's okay. It's good. It's good that you at least checked it out.
I will casual watch as it's on. If it's not a close game, I'm probably not gonna watch.
The thing that I have an issue with is this is gonna take a while for this to build into any peak interest of building an audience. So you see the stadium and you see how empty it is.
So was it empty?
It was pretty.
It was definitely not like a regular football game.
No, not like an NFL. But I would say
the sports show that I listen to, the podcasts I listen to, they think, and this is just speculating, that for at least the first game of the year, they didn't think that they charged anything or not much for tickets.
All right.
And the reason for that, to get people to go to the game. So viewers would be like, oh, this is popular. Maybe I should check it out too.
I can see that. Yeah, it's kind of playing with it. No, but that was one thing. And the other thing is the audio is just a little weird. Like they need to get their audio like a little bit better. Like,
I didn't notice.
Oh, I was just watching.
Josh is deaf in his writer. He notices everything about sound.
Sure.
As much as I can, except for where it comes from.
Except for where it comes from.
Exactly. I get lost. I get lost in sound. So
the whole just production seemed much, and I don't remember much from the original XFL.
Not much either.
But it seemed fine.
Yeah.
And I think the actual play on the field will just improve as the weeks go on.
We'll see. Yeah, because then people will recognize the rules, and there'll be more.
But just the quality of football,
yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm. I like the way the football looks too. It's got that little.
Yeah,
X
It's got
the
an X on
there.
it.
I remember
Yeah.
the original one was black, and I think it had those same
But it was
X's.
red, black and red. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just went more traditional in this
Mhm.
sense, and we'll see how this season
But
goes.
and I think that the
With that.
color scheme of the X changes with the possession. So like Houston
Really?
had a red and white X, and LA had like a yellow and white X. If
I guess I
remember
didn't pay
I
attention
guess I
to
didn't pay
that.
attention to
right.
that.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, LA was looking kind of terrible for a minute there.
Yeah, they were.
I didn't understand one thing. Did you watch where he forward passed it, but it was considered incomplete, but it didn't touch the ground,
No, I didn't see that.
but it wasn't considered an interception? It was a weird play. I don't understand it. Maybe it did touch the ground and I just missed it.
Yeah.
But it was this play in, like, I think the second quarter of that game. That's the only one I looked at the highlights of. I didn't watch the full games. I just watched that one because it had the most views. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this one seems to be what people are looking at. So I'll watch this one. And that was the opening one. So, yeah. I remember Patrick putting it up on Facebook saying,
He did post quite a bit about it.
yeah. So, anyways, I'm interested. I think I'm a Houston fan.
So far.
So far. That's
So
the only one I've
far.
watched. So, have yet to pick anything else. So, yeah, anyways. So, let's move on from there. Is there something else you want to say about the XFL or anything?
I mean, I only watched a little bit, but I think it looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever be as invested in it as I am in the NFL,
Ooh, I wonder if there's a fantasy.
and that's why, because there's not that I know of, and I'm sure there won't be unless it goes for several years.
And get more teams.
Well,
Because
that
right now you're
pretty much.
pretty low.
I mean, you'd have to have a pretty small fantasy,
5,
probably
probably.
like one quarterback or two quarterbacks, two running backs, maybe three wide receivers, and
Kickers don't do anything.
I mean I don't know. I don't know because
There's no field goals.
I know, but I just named the lineup of any fantasy NFL team. So
Right.
yeah, it'd have to be a little different.
Yeah, maybe. So, what do you want to move on to, man? We got plenty of stuff
You
to
can
go
tell
to here.
another Florida story.
Okay. So, where do you want to start? Alex, what do you want to say about Key West?
We can just say that Josh and I
loved it.
I mean, overall, like, it's very beautiful.
Mhm.
It's so nice, especially when we're leaving Indiana and we're in an icicle.
Oh.
Pretty much literally, we're in an icicle driving to Chicago. Like, our car was an icicle.
It was raining
then-
so hard.
Like ice rain. And
Yes.
then when we landed, it was 82 and sunny. Like, it was just, we walked out I'm carrying a big poofy winter coat. Like, you could tell that we came from someplace really cold. And
Yeah.
then we pulled over after we got our rental car, pulled over off to like a McDonald's to eat and changed. We're like, this is just way too, we can't be in pants.
Yeah.
Like, it's too hot.
Yep.
But it's very pretty. Josh had never been to Florida, and I hadn't been since I was 9. So, I mean, I barely remember. I just remember feeling the humidity, which
It
honestly,
was not that humid because it's winter.
I know, but compared to now,
Yeah.
it's so dry. It's so
Oh,
dry
yeah.
here.
We're
But no,
tough
I absolutely loved
with our-
it. But it wasn't as like, we had a really, really good day the first day, and yesterday was probably one of the the hottest day. I think it
Yeah.
was like 85 and sunny.
Right.
And then the 2 days in the middle that we were there, Friday and Saturday, was like, oh geez, Friday it thunderstormed super early in the morning, so it cooled everything down, and I think it was
That was
just
a cloudy
it was
day.
cloudy,
That was
and
a
like
really
it was
cloudy
like
day.
wear jeans
Yeah, right.
and a jacket.
it was.
Compared to being out the first day and night where it didn't get below 75.
Yeah.
It was fun though, but the first night, or first day that we were there, we technically landed on Thursday morning,
Yeah.
and Josh and I we did not sleep.
No.
Because we did not sleep since Tuesday night. Like, we went to bed Tuesday night, and we had not gone to bed until technically Friday morning at
Right.
5 a.m.
Yeah, we closed the bars down every single night.
Every single night.
we did the normal thing.
we did a Key West trip.
But the problem I have with Key West in this time, for some reason, on Saturday nights, most bars close at 2. And every other night they close at 4.
At 4.
Don't get it.
The weekends they close at 2.
Yeah, weird. Maybe Saturdays are just not huge.
I
on
don't
Key West?
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
it's
know.
during the
It's
week.
super weird.
Yeah, odd thing
Um,
for us to notice that.
But I don't even know how we were able to be out that late. It must have been just like a second or third or 10th wind or something. But
Thursday night, yeah.
Yeah, Thursday night, because we landed and they had not had any sleep either, and we were out till 5 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
And we don't have a time change. They do. So that's why we were out so late every night is our friends that went with us are from California. So they're 3 hours behind us. So they were, we're like, it's 5 a.m. They're like, it's only 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's keep going. I'm like, it's 5 a.m. I'm like, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I'm not 21
we went
anymore.
to this bar at the end of the night on Thursday night that was filled with dollar bills.
Ooh, yeah.
We called Willie T's. Yeah, Alex and I put a $1 bill up. They gave us a Sharpie and a staple gun. They just handed it to you.
It doesn't matter if you're drunk or not. They give you a staple gun and $1, and then you get your own $1 bill and then a Sharpie, and you can put it anywhere in the bar. It will hang.
What do you write on it?
We wrote our quote.
Yeah, we wrote like our dating quote on it, and then our names.
Yep.
And then our the engaged couple, like they put their little hashtag on it and put it up.
Jerry
but
and Kat. Yeah, that's who was hosting.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's just like from head to toe covered in bills, and when it gets full, they donate it. And I took a guess, and we thought it was about $8,000. They said, because it's only dollar bills, but they said roughly 10,000.
I didn't hear the number.
Yeah, I think it's like $10,000 is what's covered when they get it all covered and they take it down. They have to take it down.
How long does that take, though?
When it gets full, but it's full all the time.
It is, yeah.
It's everywhere.
We saw a couple of restaurants that had that in the Keys, but that was the only one in the Key West, I believe, that was like filled.
That's what they're known for. Yeah, it's a really small bar, but it's like
really cool though.
It's really cool.
Really cool. Yeah. We slept just fine there. We had a really nice Airbnb. No bedrooms.
No separate bedrooms. We're in like a loft.
2 beds in a loft, and then there was a pull-out couch.
But it was really nice though.
It was a fun time.
I'm trying to think we basically spent like the whole entire trip every night going up and down this main street, which is pretty much a lot of people know in New Orleans Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Well, in Key West is Duval Street, and it's a really long, like probably 10-minute walk from one end of the island to the other. It's a small island, and you walk from one end to the other on Duval Street, and it's just loaded with every other thing is like an adult store or a shop or a tiny little restaurant or coffee, and then bar, and it's everywhere. And it's just a tiny little 2-lane road, and people are walking everywhere. There's people everywhere. And so we have like birds here, that just fly around, and sometimes we get the occasional duck here in Fort Wayne.
Oh my God. Okay. I forgot about that.
They have chickens and roosters everywhere. Everywhere.
Where?
And we had the whole entire time, it came like an inside joke. We had
annoying.
Dementia rooster next to our Airbnb, because I'm not joking.
Every hour,
and sometimes every 30 seconds, it was going like really
just
loud
in the background, like you're just having a conversation. Just it's that guy again.
And it's always in the same spot. It's like he's trapped somewhere trying to get out. And then the one night we were out till like it was super late, and I think it was like the second night. We had not had any sleep. We were so hungover. I could not get any sleep. I wanted to go outside and choke him. Like, you wouldn't shut
to choke the
Chicken.
Shut up. So, but we were joking because every time we saw a chicken, like yesterday when we were at like we weren't even in Key West anymore. We took a trip like through the Keys on the way home, and we stopped at one of the Keys, and there was a chicken following me, and they're like, Alex, they followed you from Key West. He wants to come home with you.
The golden one.
The golden chicken.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Oh my God, they are so annoying though. But that like people they walk around and walk like just like birds, like little pigeons everywhere, except they're roosters. They just and they go in and out of the restaurants and bars, and they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They go in the restaurants?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
There's some restaurants and stuff that they have like almost doggy gates and stuff to keep them out, but they're everywhere. Yeah. They're little chickens and everything. It's like
we only got to go onto the beach the first day and the last day.
Yeah.
Like really small beaches, nothing huge.
Yeah, Key West is really not known for beaches. They're really known as like the party island.
It's just bars everywhere.
It's just bars everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's like 1 or 2 small little beaches that we took pictures on, and then that was about it.
Was your rental car a Mini Cooper?
Yes, it was.
It was an amazing.
Oh, I sent you that message. That's right.
It was amazing. We had to figure out how to use the damn thing. It was a 2020 Mini Cooper.
Yeah, we got a Mini Cooper at our rental.
It looked like a spaceship up front, like in the it's like completely different.
Photo,
no, I have a video of it.
Okay.
No, I have a video of the interface.
Say what you say.
Oh, I sent a message to Brett. It was a photo of just the logo on the back, and it said, where's what is it?
You said it, the message said Cooper said they're going camping.
Yeah. And then you messaged back, oh, well, where's Bert? I just messaged back, fuck if I know. That's from Euro Trip. One of the best quotes ever. Love that movie. I love it.
No, it's great.
It's really, yeah.
No, but it was fun.
Yeah.
The actual drive to like.
Turns out, no. Turns out Alex, even though she promises,
Shut up.
she can't drive. She can't.
I
do
was
any drives.
exhausted.
I drove every single time we were behind the wheel.
Oh, you wouldn't drive?
She
No,
couldn't.
like I
She was too
did. I
tired.
was just like I was like hallucinating.
Yeah, she was really tired.
Like, and all you have is like this two lane highway connecting almost all of the, or not almost all, but connecting like
It's
all
one lane each side.
It's one lane each side highway going across the ocean.
I've seen True Lies.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's that.
The
Oh
bridge
yeah,
is
the
out.
bridge is out. So Brett, like, all right, so we texted you, and so anyways, we find out True Lies is actually was shot down in Key West on one of the old bridges. And what's funny is that you've got the main bridge that you are on, and then they have like the super old bridge that used to be used back in the day before they made the new one. And there's one on one side, one on the other. It's almost like a to and from kind of bridge. And it was funny that Josh and I had started to talk about it because it looked like in the one area I was like, oh look, it looks like they might have used one of those old bridges for True Lies. And sure enough, I had sent Brett an image. We had not even seen that there are gaps in the bridge yet. It was just a straight bridge. And I sent Brett an image of just like, I was like, oh, I wonder if they shot True Lies here. And then we just started quoting, the bridge is out. And then not even like a second after I said that to you, we came up in a gap in the bridge. And we're like, holy shit, the bridge really is out.
Actually,
Right there.
you sent me a
Right there.
picture that you were driving down it, and I said, just think, the bridge is out. And then you sent this back saying, the bridge really is out.
like it was right after I said that. I'm like, Josh, look, it really is fucking out.
It really was.
And there's probably about 4 or 5 different areas where the bridge is actually out, and that it's supposed to be able to allow like sailboats and whatnot to go through.
Yeah.
But interesting fact about True Lies, they did not actually blow up a bridge. They used an 80-foot model of the bridge to actually do the blow up scene, but they used a bridge.
They
for
used the real old bridge.
They used
Yeah.
the miniature to do the.
to do
to
the
do the
explosion.
explosion.
But they did use like the bridges out thing.
Yeah, so when you're driving down in the Keys, there's an actual bridge that you're driving next to. That was the older one, and I believe they used the older one.
Yeah,
in
it
True
was
Lies.
probably the older
Okay.
one.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it was it was definitely so funny, so ironic. It was like, oh look, Brett, one of the bridges from True Lies. Holy shit, it really is out.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. It was.
No, it's very pretty though. Like you're just on this big stretch of a highway for 4 hours pretty much to get to Key West, and it just connects all
Yeah,
the keys.
also, other weird thing, they have iguanas everywhere.
yeah,
too.
there's like, you know how like on the side of the road we have roadkill here for like raccoons and
Oh God, did you see a dead iguana?
Oh yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, there's like just iguanas on the side of the road. Like
Well,
there's
they were falling out of the trees a couple weeks ago
What?
They were?
in Florida. You didn't
Never
hear
heard about
that?
this.
No.
Yep, the weather or the temperature got cold enough that they were, because they're cold blooded, they just kind of go dormant, and they were literally falling out of the trees. So
How scary would that be?
part
if it
of the
just, like, laid
forecast
outside
is
you?
to
Oh God,
Watch
I
for
can't
falling
imagine.
iguanas.
be careful if you're walking down the street under a tree because you might get hit by a falling iguana.
Oh,
Could you imagine
God.
it's just like squirming all over you and just freaking out? Oh my
No.
gosh, because
Oh my
it's
God.
cold blooded, they're gonna
Yeah,
freeze
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
That's
they will.
freaking nuts.
Yeah.
That's right, because I did talk to somebody. We were talking to everybody down there, like, hey, when's like the hopping time to come down here? When is like all like the times to do this and that? Like we were just saying, like asking the locals everything, and met some interesting locals. I'll tell you what. But we were talking to one of them about the weather and stuff, and they said that at the beginning of like a couple weeks ago, it was like below freezing. There was actually one of the clubs that we went to, that's an outdoor one, was actually had a thing that said it was closed that time on their Facebook because of
Because it's too cold.
it's way
It's
too
too
cold.
cold.
Yeah, yeah,
It's weird.
yeah. Isn't
It's
it nuts?
so weird.
Yeah. So.
Do you want to just talk real quick about what we did for Bachelor Party night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
gave Jared
the
some
whole
stuff.
reason we went down to Key West is because our I was gonna say our BF is getting married, so he wanted to do his bachelor party down in Key West. And we had done the first night was really just hanging out, but we probably partied for 3 nights straight. So the first night, I mean, we just walked around till 5 a.m. and went from bar to bar and had drinks and went to like a live music show and just, just like little things, exploring the area. Didn't get a lot of sleep. Woke up the next day, walked around, got some groceries, had some breakfast. Well, and then we went back out and took some pictures by here and here. We usually start our night by going and getting a little bit of food, and it's like 7 o'clock at night we start drinking, and then we're up till 5 a.m. Like, it's a long night of going out and drinking. On top of not getting any sleep.
It's fun though.
But what we did was, it was a total surprise. Like, he just knew we were there for his bachelor party, but me and the girls that were there kind of went out and scattered one of the days, and I went out saying that, I'm gonna go and do this, haha. But really, I went to one of like the adult novelty stores and got a bunch of like bachelor stuff. And then they went to Kinko's and made him a sign to wear. That was on the front of it. It said everything down there is like southernmost, because it's the southernmost point of the United States is down there. So everything down there, you can get hats and shot glasses and stuff. And we had visited the southernmost point that day, and everything, we kept joking, going, well, that's the southernmost sewer, and that's the southernmost trash can or bird or whatever, because everything says southernmost down there.
It does.
So we made him a sign that says Jared's southernmost bachelor party. And it was like, had a bunch of like funny stuff on the front. Well, on the back, we gave him a 15 count checklist of things that he needed to do to complete before leaving the island.
Okay.
Do you have a photo of that?
I don't have a photo of it,
No.
but I remember it. Like, there was like, serenade to a stranger, dance on the bar.
He did dance on the bar.
Be able to make a drink behind the bar.
He did that.
He did everything on his list. Start a conga line.
Don't say no for 1 hour.
Don't say no for 1 hour. Get a lap dance, bonus points if it's a guy.
Oh, yeah.
Ask a guy for a condom, get a point if he actually gives you one.
Yeah.
Like, there was just a whole bunch of different stuff. Like,
to keep the night lively and like,
yeah.
there's
the only thing that was on the
left?
list that we found legally we couldn't do was get a selfie with a cop. They said that while they're on duty they couldn't do that, but like, it was kind of like, oh, sorry, I can't do that.
So that's what's funny, because I got a selfie with a security guard who just, when we were leaving one of the bars, they like he and I had a weird relationship. He thought,
he was just,
when we were getting checked into one of the bars, it was a long line to get in or whatever, and he was like thinking that I was like eyeballing him weird, but I have a resting bitch face. I apologize. So
they
if I'm
just had a great
sitting there-
conversation.
Yeah, and then at the end of the night when we were walking out, we were talking, and I got to meet him, and I was like, hey, can I take a selfie with you? And he's like, why would you want to do that? I was like, oh, because you're awesome, man. You're a really fun guy. And I was like, but can you do that if you're on duty? Are you on duty? And he turned off his watch. He's like, not anymore. I'm not.
So it's
Got
like,
a
it's a
selfie
thing
with
down
him.
there. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun night. And the first night we got him all dressed up, and so he was wearing like a groom hat, groom glasses. We got him a sash that said about to be married AF.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of stuff to show that he's a bachelor, and he had a lot of people high-fiving him and whatnot. So it was just a fun bachelor night. We did go to a drag show to start the night off.
That was a fun time.
Just to kind of break the ice, just something fun. So of course he got all the attention.
Yeah.
Sure,
Being the bachelor.
Yeah, but Josh got himself a lap dance too.
Did you
A little
go to a strip club, a regular strip
No,
club?
no, we didn't. We just
Why
we just
not?
No.
it was.
I don't know why we didn't.
It was Jared just didn't want to do that. Like, he was just like, nah, I don't want to.
No,
Like,
well,
he just wanted to chill and go to different, like, do
We
other
checked
fun
out other
things.
stuff though. It's not like we had a boring time.
Yeah. Yeah. It was not one of the things on the list. He's like, I really don't want to do that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But we had gone to a club, and then after we went to like almost every bar, we made him do whatever was on his list, and then we took pictures and video of everything. But so that night was the second night. Josh and I had only combined, I think, between, like I said, we had not. This is the interesting part of the story that I'm about to show you something, Brett.
Show him. What are you
Yeah.
gonna show him?
My arm.
Oh my God.
My arm.
Yep.
Don't look at it yet. So I was super tired and exhausted, and I had not slept at all. I was extremely dehydrated from drinking all the time.
Yep.
So when I woke up Friday morning, I woke
Saturday
up
morning.
whatever. So 2 nights. Thursday and Friday we were drinking. I think combined both nights we got 5 hours of sleep,
Yeah.
and then we had not slept for like 40 some hours.
Yeah.
So super stressed out, super whatever. So I'm really dehydrated. So we were going to go do like jet skis and a bunch of physical activity on the island or on the ocean on Saturday. It ended up being too cold anyway, but I woke up. We went to bed at like 5:30, and I woke up at 7. And for one, the rooster.
Yeah, rooster.
Would not shut the fuck up. And I was pretty much like, I felt like I had like the stomach flu. I was just like, seriously, like vomiting and pooping. Like every single.
Everybody poops. It's okay.
15 minutes. Like it was just bad. I was so dehydrated. I had like no saliva left in my mouth. Like I had not like drank, like got blackout drunk or anything. It was just, I had not kept up with hydrating. I was so dehydrated. Like I woke up every 15 minutes to go to the bathroom, and I could not keep anything down. I tried doing antacids, like all that stuff. And then by the time like noon hit, I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 hours now. Josh wakes me up and goes, so are you going to be able to do jet skis today? And I'm like, I can barely walk to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So in my drunken state the night before, though, I went in a stall.
Where's that card? I have to go find that. Be right back.
I was in a stall. And of course, like while you're peeing, you read what's on the door. And there is a sign called IVs in the Keys.
Oh, I saw this.
So I ended up looking it up and everything. And what it is it's a fluid therapy like bar almost, and they have different packages in there, and basically it's not just for hangovers, but it's for people like you're feeling under the weather, you just need some extra fluids, or they have just like a pick-me-up treatment with vitamins and stuff in it. But they have this thing called the Duval Street pub crawl cure. Which is because that's what Keys are known for, is going out and drinking too much. So I told Josh, it's this.
There's the card.
And I told Josh, I was like, so I found this thing. There is absolutely no way. Like, I get such bad hangovers. I'm like, there is just no way I'm going to be able to get up and walk around. Like, if we want to do anything, this is like my saving grace. We've got to go and see if we can try this thing. And it was only 5 minutes away. So we walked in there. It's a bunch of, it looks like a massage parlor. So you walk in, it's ran by nurses and stuff. It's very professional. There's nobody there. And I walked in there, of course, like, the worst hangover I think I've had in my life. Like I could barely move. I was about to black out walking because I was so dehydrated. And I walk in and she goes, okay, so symptoms, do you have a headache? I said, no. She's like, nausea? And I just basically looked at her and was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I looked like hell, and I was like, uh-huh. And she's like, okay, yeah, you look pretty bad. A little too much drinking? I'm like, I'm really dehydrated. So she sits me down in a massage chair, just one of the ones that you do at like the mall. Mm-hmm. And you basically just felt a little like form that just says you're allowing them to poke you with fluids. Like it's perfectly safe. It's just saline. So she, you signed that, and she was super nice. I've got to give her such a great review. But they sit you down, they put a catheter in your arm, and she gave me some Zolfram, which is an anti-nausea. Mm-hmm. Right into my arm. She was like, I'm not even gonna mix this in your bag, you look horrible. Pretty much gave me 1 dose. I had a full liter of fluids, and she goes, are you feeling any better? And then mix some Pepsid in the bag for me too. She's like, are you feeling any better? Because if you're not, you might be that dehydrated, you need another bag. And it was towards the end of my bag, and I'm like, I feel like I'm cold because the fluids are going into me. And I was like, I feel like shit. I still feel it. She's like, and she had like looked at me and she's like, yeah, you're really dehydrated. So she gave me another bag. I had 2 liters of fluids and a second dose of Zolfran.
Yeah, so she was really out.
I was horrible. And then she had taken everything off, and she goes, well, if you're not, she's like, the Zolfran will make you so you don't puke. So now your blood sugar's just super low. You need to eat something, or else you're going to just keep feeling nauseous. So eat a banana or some bread and things like that. But she's like, you won't puke the rest of the day. Like, it won't let you puke. I was like, oh, thank God. And she's like, in about 45 minutes to an hour, you're really going to feel like a new person. I was like, and I went from feeling like the absolute shit, like I needed medical treatment, to I could have gone out and drank in an hour.
What did that cost?
If you go and just get
what should have it cost?
What do you think it costs?
I have no idea.
So we paid, if you paid with cash, you get 10% discount. So we paid $140 for it. For what it's worth, completely worth it. Because
You
if
good in
not,
an
I would
hour?
if not, I would have missed a whole entire day sleeping it off in the bed.
Yeah.
And wasted my time.
Yep.
And it rejuvenated
It
me.
was
I
really
had a
good.
lot of energy and
Yeah.
like I seriously went from like wanting to go to the hospital to I could go ride a jet ski and with a beer in my hand.
Yeah, they got all these other
So,
packages
but
for it too that help you out.
my arm,
pretty cool.
my blood was so thin from drinking that she had taken my IV out and told me to put I put gauze in my arm, and I held it on my arm and I looked away for like a second and I'm like, oh man, that feels warm, and I looked down and it's just soaked. like I wasn't clotting, because for one I got a bunch of fluids, and for two my blood was so thin, and she looks at me and I'm like, and she goes, oh, let me get you a tourniquet or something, and goes, blood's running thin today, isn't it? But now I've got
She's got a massive
I've got
bruise.
this really nice bruise.
You can even see it on YouTube. Look at
Oh
that.
yeah, you can kind of
Wow.
see it
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Hematoma.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I've got like a little bit of a hematoma.
Right in the middle of her arm.
But we came back and everyone was super concerned about me, and I came back like, are you feeling okay? I'm like, I feel fantastic. Just replaced my fluids, and I'm ready to go for round 2.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
But I was like, there's money in that.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
That's
if
why
I
they charge you
Literally
$100.
money in that.
if I know, but if I would have just gone in and got fluids, it would have been $100.
Still, that's
Without nausea.
$100.
Yeah.
Without like nausea and stuff. I know, but like I honestly, for what fluid therapy does to you, like that's totally worth it.
Yeah,
It's worth
I
every
agree.
penny.
Yeah. It's
Especially
pretty
if you're
cool.
on vacation and you don't want to waste a day of a hangover.
Oh, you have to review them.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll give them 5 stars.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's we came back jokingly to Jared. I'm like, well, it's not going to be a party in Key West till you get an IV.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I got that done. So that was like the most shocking thing that I had done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's about it, really.
yeah.
I mean,
We went on a dinner dance cruise that night. We went to a
it was a snack.
like a snack dinner dance, a sunset cruise, which was pretty on the ocean.
Pretty cold.
Pretty cold.
Yeah.
And then we also went to a swim up bar for the first time. We didn't get in the water because it was too cold.
Yeah.
But we went up to a swim up bar, and then came back, changed, and went out again.
Yeah. So it was a good time.
It
Had
was
a really
yeah.
fun time.
Yeah, it was.
Congrats, Jer.
yes,
And Kat.
congratulations.
We'll be going to their wedding in July. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's about our trip, really. I mean, it was a fun time.
We got to feed yesterday. We fed tarpon.
I didn't feed him.
Or I fed tarpon. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a big ass fish that doesn't have any teeth, and you feed it like krill, but it's like these fish, like you go down into like this little pit. Yeah, you like lean your arm down into a pit holding a like some krill or some fish bait, and they jump up and they can like grab your arm and pull like everything
Ooh.
off. It didn't happen to me because I
Gross.
was too scared. I dropped my fish in there when they jumped up to try to get
Did you
it.
put your left hand down?
No, I put my right hand.
Okay, because you have
No,
your
I'm
ring.
I'm right-handed.
I know, because you
No.
had your ring. I was like, oh.
But
that
there's
could've been
also
bad.
on this like little dock, you're full of like 30 people on this little dock trying to feed these tarpon that are jumping up trying to get fish, and you've got pelicans that are there's signs everywhere that says do not feed the pelicans, they are aggressive, they'll bite you, blah blah blah. And there's pelicans pushing through people trying to get your fish, and these guys are assholes.
They are jerks.
Bullies.
They are
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
But and then we saw a manatee that was stuck with the tarpon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big old manatee.
Yeah.
The humanity.
Yeah, people were trying to feed it fish. I'm like, a manatee is a freaking vegetarian. It's not gonna eat a
Here.
fish.
So, Alex, you wound up bleeding. Jer lost his sunglasses.
While we were feeding the tarpon, Kat was trying to videotape him feeding the tarpon. Dropped his sunglasses right into the pit.
I don't think anything happened to anyone else that was...
No, I think every day though, somebody was nauseous or somebody wasn't feeling good. Somebody needed a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun time, though.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So move on with that.
Brett, what do you want to move on to?
Let's do the movie club.
Let's do the movie club.
All right. So what the movie club is every single week we pick a movie to watch, and at least one of us or all of us have not seen it or whatever, just a mix match, whatever. And this week we did Blended, which is Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore and all of his homies, because he has quite a few.
Yeah,
I'll
he
tell you
does.
what.
There was a lot of.
Did not expect Terry Crews to be the.
He was
It's
such a
funny.
random character.
It was-
Like
it was
they're
funny,
getting
though.
blended.
It was just random breaking the
At
song.
first, I was annoyed, and then
and then it was just funny.
I finally
I
understood.
like how he takes because he can do his like nipple shaking thing.
Yeah.
And he was like,
They're called pectorials.
you know what I mean? Though? He was taking me. He was like,
He can flex his pecs and
They
they're quite-
dance, yeah.
They move quite a bit.
I know, but he could take one and then the other and then both. So he was singing a song called Blended, and he said something about one person coming together with another, and he's shaking each one, and he said they're blended, and then he starts shaking both of them together, and I lost it.
You did. Yeah, it was. I will say, I can understand why it has a I think it's like a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I can understand how
It's very random, and it's very like.
There's some scenes that don't need to be in there at all.
Yeah.
I understand it. So basically, what the synopsis of this movie is: after a bad blind date, a man and woman find themselves stuck together at a resort for families, where their attraction grows as their respective kids benefit from their burgeoning relationship. So came out in 2014, PG-13, bro. Another Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler movie.
They have such great chemistry
Have you seen?
together.
You said you've seen 50 First Dates, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you did see.
So you saw 10 Second Tom then?
Oh, I don't remember hardly anything from 50 First Dates.
Oh man, it was such a good cameo.
I always
What's-
forget his name. Alan Covert, I believe.
Oh,
He's-
yeah, that's one of Adam Sandler's friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I know, but
10 Second Tom.
I
Was,
didn't know who was 10 Second Tom.
he's
Well, 'cause
from
you said
50
50
First
First
Dates.
Dates.
I knew him from 100 other things better than 50 First Dates.
I know,
He's
but
grandma's boy.
I know, but
Yes, he
that's
is.
what he played in 50 First Dates. He was 10 Second Tom. He's like, "Hi, I'm Tom," and then something would happen.
So
and
that
he'd say,
it's
"Hi,
the
I'm
same
Tom."
character.
Yes,
It
same
was
character.
the same
Okay.
character.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, it's 10 Second
Did you
Tom.
see Robidoux from Waterboy?
Which one?
Was that the coach
It was
with the lazy
it
eye?
was the umpire.
Okay,
The baseball umpire.
you see
It
his
was
face.
him.
You see his face for literally like 3 seconds, and that's it. He just goes,
His
"Yeah,"
eyes.
or "No, you're safe," or whatever. Yeah, it's it. That's it. And then you do see a character from The Wedding Singer, and I don't
seen
know
that
if
one.
you've seen it.
I haven't
Okay,
seen that one.
George.
Oh, George.
Yes.
Yes, George.
But Shaq is in it. Shaq.
God.
was
Okay,
in,
Shaq. Eye roll. Big eye roll.
Shaq was in Grown Ups too.
Yep.
So him and
His
Adam
posse.
are buddies. Jackie Sandler. Did you see her?
No, I didn't even know who she was. Like how she looked. I've never seen her before.
Well,
so
she's in most of his movies too. So you've seen her.
really,
Yes.
I did not know that.
Like his wife? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, his real wife.
Oh, I did not know
Look
that.
her up.
Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
The in Grandma's Boy, he's the black guy that's got all of the ganja, and he's like from Africa, and
The guy from Africa who's trying to help out with the
I-
monkey and the lion.
Yeah, I sort of remember.
He has the tongue
he's
clips
the
and
main
stuff.
character, like the
Mfana?
that's
Okay.
him.
Yeah, same guy.
It's the same guy.
And then I had the eye roll at Wendy McLandon Covey.
Yeah, you don't like her.
Hate her.
You've never mentioned that you don't like her in Rules of Engagement.
I've said that to Alex all the time.
You've never told me, I should say.
Yeah. Well, I guess we don't watch Rules of
It's
Engagement
been way
together.
too long
Brett.
since we've watched it, so I don't remember.
But you remember her.
Yeah,
She was
I
the one who
remember
could never get a
her.
date.
Yeah.
She's all gross. And,
Yeah.
no.
So-
Sorry.
What about the actual movie? You haven't actually said if you liked it or not.
I
It's
like
fine.
it.
It's
Josh
fine.
was like, at first he was like, "This is stupid. This is stupid," and then it was like, then they got to Africa,
And
stuff
then it was
started happening.
then it
He
was like, okay, now things are
"Oh,
happening.
things are happening. This is funny. This is funny." And
So Alex fell asleep in the last 10 minutes, so she missed the dramatic roll that everything,
Yeah.
the weird turn.
The happy ending.
No. Before the happy ending, it got like
Where-
really dramatic.
Yeah.
what might have seen it. What happened?
Well, it was like one of the daughters was accepting Drew Barrymore's character
Yeah.
and saying that her mom's gonna go away for a
'Cause she's
while.
got some stuff
oh,
to do.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
so she was
okay.
accepting. I was like,
I was started to
whoa.
fall asleep at the time that they were like that. It might have happened. I might have fell asleep right before. But
As-
again, I've
As
seriously.
soon as that happened, I was like, oh my god,
Mhm.
they are just stroking.
It's definitely
the
a
drama.
rom-com.
yes,
It's definitely like a
yes.
really cute rom-com.
There-
Cute rom-com.
I think there's several laugh out loud moments
There is.
when she's carrying her youngest son and she drops him inside the hotel room and then falls.
And then
over
falls.
him.
He's like, "That's okay. He'll be fine." 3-second rule.
3-second rule.
that was funny.
That's good
No.
stuff.
I just think Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, like, they could be a real couple in life. Like, I think
The-
they're super cute together.
Drew Barrymore's
Yeah.
older son, he tapes the baby.
The babysitter's face.
to the porno.
God, and then she's buying him porno mags. I'm like, wow.
She's trying to replace.
Okay, Brett, please tell me. Okay, as a guy, if you needed to buy tampons, would you have any idea?
Not a clue.
Really?
It just
Who have I had to buy them for?
Your girlfriends of the past?
Nope.
None
never-
of them.
Never asked me to.
Fiance? No.
No.
Really?
Yes.
Sister?
Not everybody.
Why the hell would I buy it for my sister? She's 4 years older than me.
Maybe she's sick and needs them.
No.
Wow, you are a loving, caring boyfriend slash brother.
He did not say that he wouldn't. He just say he
I've
hasn't.
never been asked to.
Yes.
Oh, see, that was the next
Am I
question.
speaking
That was the
English?
next question.
I think I just said that.
Anyways, Adam Sandler grabbing the tampons.
I liked how she
Then the
described
The whales, I guess. 'cause
The woman behind the counter, I need 8 of those taped together.
That was disgusting.
I'm like, why would you even say? Okay, that's the Adam Sandler script that you think is funny that I don't like.
That's
I think,
funny.
I
no,
think
it's
it's
not.
funny.
No.
Well, I mean, I get it.
I don't like gross out humor like that. That's not
I
necessary.
do. I
Like
know that's why we're
farts
different. I
and
love
poop
fart humor.
and any form of
bodily
Nah.
stuff. No, I think I love.
You will
love
see
fart
me.
humor.
You put that in a try not to laugh, and I will be stone face.
I actually, and I've seen it before, I had to look away when she starts drinking the French onion soup.
Oh God, that
It's
was
gross.
disgusting.
That's another thing. It got really gross at the beginning. Like, okay, is this gonna be like literally gross toilet humor?
it wasn't.
And
It
then
wasn't.
that's when they went to Africa, and it was funny.
Yeah.
And there was some interesting stuff that happened, like new characters that
The
came in.
The Kevin Nealon and his wife.
They
that
were
was so funny.
so romantic.
And she shakes, and then the older son is like, "What'd you say?"
What'd you say? Romantic.
It's really
Oh,
it's
that's great.
interesting. Interesting film. I would say like I don't know if I'd watch it again.
I
Like,
would.
When
like,
I remember
Why?
watching it, and
By myself.
I understood or I connected to this movie a little bit because the time I saw it was when I was with my ex who
Yeah.
had a daughter that wasn't mine.
Right.
Which I know it was not to that extreme in the movie, or my situation wasn't as extreme as theirs.
Yeah.
But I could identify a little bit with it, and I just thought when I watched it, so I didn't really want to, because it was,
wait, no. Well, it kind of is like that kind of situations that were going on
It's-
those resorts.
yeah, it's just not to the extreme.
Not to the extreme.
If they have that kind of program available for people to do that,
I'm sure they do.
I
Honestly,
would
Oh,
be like, yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Families that are blended like that, where they're trying to get to know each other and they need a resort, their other families have the same exact situation. Great concept.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. There were some sad parts with
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's wife's
Like
death
when,
and everything.
at the beginning when she's like, what of all the possible reasons, why did your wife leave you? And he's like, cancer.
It's like,
And you're like,
God.
Oh man, like man, that's awkward.
Well, you have to put it real.
And the audience
Maybe. I
didn't
don't
know that yet either.
No.
So you're like, oh.
And she was the manager at that Hooters.
That Hooters, which you find out at the end, or
Yeah.
close to
Yeah,
the
close to the end.
Well, they're at the
Closer.
dinner. Yeah, yeah.
end.
Right
No,
before
it
the
was
dinner
when-
table.
right before they go to the salon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another thing I want to mention. When the oldest daughter, who he has his 3 daughters dressed as
God,
tomboys.
The worst haircuts of my life.
Terrible
I
hair.
know.
Terrible hair. Well, Drew Barrymore gets the oldest daughter, who's like 15, a makeover, and she's then coming to the table, and 3 different songs play.
I love the
Based on the
song.
perspective.
Yeah.
And that was funny.
Yes.
And then the other
it's-
one.
and then it switches, and it's the same 3 songs, but in front
for the
of
mother.
3 different
No, there's one
characters.
more. They add a I Kissed a Girl
Oh, and then they added "I Kissed a Girl."
with the Indian couple.
Oh, I don't remember.
The girl that was like, it's
No, I
You
know,
see
the
it in the
one-
background
the
where
woman
they're
that
like,
throws her bra off
Yeah,
at.
yeah,
that
that one.
Terry
Yeah,
Crews.
yeah. So yeah, it was a really, really interesting, take on. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. It was,
And
it was a good movie.
the child actors, I didn't know any of them,
Yeah.
No.
but the youngest girl was adorable.
Yeah,
I was like,
really
I wonder if
cute.
that's how old Drew Barrymore was for ET.
I loved it how she was like in the potty with her, and she's like, "My dad's awesome. My dad's awesome." And she'd gotten her face painted with her dad as a
Sometimes he
cat.
wipes too hard.
Sometimes he wipes too hard. He just doesn't have a
A
vagina.
a vagina.
Vagina. And then they walk into like the mirror
There's
and
a
whatnot.
full-length mirror, and
Full-length
she's-
mirror. And
her
she's like,
face is
"She
painted."
admit he's the most horrible father. He made me look like the Walking Dead."
Then Drew Barrymore is parasailing,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the rhino comes out onto the runway. So Drew Barrymore, the truck dies, and she's
Gliding.
descending.
Yeah.
and she has to spread her legs, and the little girl goes, "Her vagina!"
I don't know. I thought the little girl was adorable.
The parasailing
funny.
scene was not.
That was a little over the top.
Probably, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those parts of the Adam Sandler things that I'm like,
Just,
I don't like that.
Just for comedy.
I get it. Like the slapstick needs to go a little bit farther into something different. And what I'm wondering is if Adam Sandler just wanted to write a script where they can go to Africa and have Terry Crews sing in the background.
It's just a fun movie. It wasn't meant to.
There's a little
win
bit
anything.
of cringe here and there. Some stuff that didn't need, like the girl dancing on the basketball court. Alex turns to me like, "What is going on?"
She was trying to impress the boy.
Weird.
You saw him there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Well,
she
yeah,
did
he's
that.
transparent.
I know, but the way that
right?
he was like, she was like dancing around. It was just weird.
Yeah.
You know,
Awkward.
because they had those teen dance things at night,
Yeah.
so she was dancing.
I
to
know,
try
but
to
it was
impress
just
him.
weird.
Oh, I didn't.
It was just weird.
And
I didn't
then-
think that was.
It
a
did
way to
remind
do
me of
it.
like being 15 though.
And then the Adam Sandler dad just completely humiliates her right in front of
Is
him.
it your bra?
Just
Don't,
take
maybe
it
you should
off.
Take
You
it off.
don't
take
need
it
it
off.
in.
You don't need it anyway.
But that
Oh, I love it when she
And then-
uses the
Dr. Schultz.
Dr. Schultz things in her, like to make her boobs look bigger.
Yeah.
And
As she's doing that, I was like, that's a good idea.
he then walks in on her and she goes, "Dad," and they go flying and stick to the mirror. Anyway, that's all.
I know. I liked it. I thought it was very cute.
It's fine. It's one of. I gotta say, it's not one of Adam Sandler's best
Oh, probably
rom-com.
not.
Rom-coms.
no, but I thought it was like a cute rom-com.
Yeah. So, Alex.
Would you consider Big Daddy a rom-com?
No.
I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
kind of like a different kind. Maybe not rom.
It's
but
like Happy Gilmore being a rom-com.
Yeah.
no, but
it's in that
Big
category.
Daddy's more serious because
It is.
Well, so's Happy Gilmore. It's his grandma's house.
No, it's less serious.
I
Heck,
think-
it's
than Big Daddy.
not.
Big Daddy is about adopting a child.
Okay. Yeah, the human life is always going to be above a house for.
Sure. I think Happy Gilmore is much more of a silly
Okay.
comedy than Big Daddy.
Is the love for your grandmother stronger than a love for someone else's child, though?
Not since he doesn't have a child.
Exactly. So that means Happy Gilmore is a little bit more serious. I win.
I suppose. Like, it's one way to look at it, I guess.
Either way, whatever. Back to that. Like I did think that, you know, it's one of his like mid-range comedies. It's not like terrible. What do you got, Alex? What's going to be the next one?
I still have some on my lists that I can go through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to either.
How old are we going here? And is it going to have Robin Williams?
No, it's not gonna have Robin Williams. Even though there was one.
No, there wasn't.
was one. Yes, there was. There was another one where I was like, oh, but it's got Robin Williams in it. One of them was Patch Adams.
No.
Um,
that's
But it's really sad though, and I don't want to watch it.
what was the other Robin Williams
I
one?
can't remember. We were talking
Wasn't
about
he like
it.
a voice or something?
No, we were
No.
talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, but I shouldn't suggest that because Brett won't like it. Okay, I've got geez, what do I want to do? Okay, so I've got Spaceballs,
Ooh.
or The Goonies.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Yes.
Okay.
Spaceballs. Man, have you ever seen a Mel Brooks film?
Not all the way through, but I
Okay.
have
Spaceballs,
seen
I think, is the funniest.
the one scene I did see from Spaceballs is when Dark Helmet is like, bullshit. I don't even remember the line, but I remember he said, bullshit. What is it? When he tells him to go to super whatever speed.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and they're trying to hit the brakes. It's
They
like
try to hold the-
bullshit. I order you to stop this thing, and then they stop. And he yells
No.
stop, and then they do a cut to where he just flies into a
flies
thing.
in his head like flies in.
And they walk up to him, like, "Are you okay, sir?" He's like, "Fine. Why don't we take a 10-minute break?"
No, I think Spaceballs would be good because I think it's totally down Brett's like aisle
And
of
it's old
comedy.
and
But it's
funny.
like you can't make it's a movie where it's like you can't make movies like this and have it be successful anymore.
Have you seen Blazing Saddles?
No.
That one's a little
That-
strong on the I don't know, like Western comedy. I don't know. It's not.
I know, but I think Brett would really like. I think he would like it.
Spaceballs more,
Bill
though.
Pullman is in Spaceballs, right?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Yeah. John Candy.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. No, it's great though. I love Spaceballs. It's fun.
I'm actually
Speaking-
excited.
Speaking of Rick Moranis, I watched Little Giants this weekend.
Yeah, I've been actually wondering if he was ever going to come back for.
Yeah, he's in
Ghostbusters.
the Honey I Shrunk the Kids redo.
What? He's
Yeah,
coming out of
did they-
retirement?
I know, but
Yeah.
did they confirm that? I thought that was
Yes,
just like
pretty
speculation.
Sure I read that.
I want to
Oh.
look that up.
Okay.
I want to make
'Cause
sure.
I was like,
I'm
I
just
saw-
we're gonna try to fact
Yeah,
check.
there
see here.
was some article I saw. I was like, Rick Moranis might be returning for a role, and I'm like,
Pretty sure it was. Do you remember? So you remember? Have you seen Little Giants?
Yeah,
long
Do you
time
remember?
ago.
Do you remember Devon Sawa?
I do remember Devon Sawa.
Well, he dropped off the face of the earth.
Yes, he
didn't
did. Yes, he
Do you
did.
remember him?
Maybe.
He
was
is.
in
He
Final,
is?
Final Destination, the main kid in Final Destination.
Oh yeah, he's
in,
gone.
what else? He was.
Wait.
He was in the Casper movie for 5 minutes at the end.
Yeah, he's gone nowhere.
Yes. Oh, Wild America.
What'd you say?
Said he's like dropped off the face of the earth.
Is that the one with Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah, and
The older kid.
Scott Bairstow. How do I remember this?
Because I have no idea. I don't think I've seen it though.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's actually pretty interesting. It's actually it's based on a true story of three brothers skipping town, taking
to
film in Canada,
Yeah.
and a lot of the stuff really happened.
Sawa was the middle kid, right?
Yeah, and JTT was not supposed to go
Oh, he stowed away.
because he was the mama's boy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the
Okay.
baby boy. And how do I remember this movie so well?
I don't even know that guy's name. Like I don't.
What, Scott Bairstow?
I've never heard of him.
Let me see if there's something I would know him in, like
But
anything else.
Just you did confirm that Rick Moranis is.
Well, Disney is unaware, but other reports are saying possibly.
So it's like 90%
Disney doesn't know though, unless they're just waiting.
Unless they're
to
just
confirm.
waiting.
Does- For a second there, I was like, wait a minute, does Disney own Honey? I'm like, yeah, they do. They have all this stuff on Disney Plus, which I'm
You shouldn't
sitting
even have
here-
to question whether or not Disney owns anything, because they most likely do.
Okay, they don't own WWE. That was a fake report, actually.
Hey,
that
that they
went
might
around the
be
internet.
next.
No, I don't think so. They just, they do have
You
a
never
They have
know.
a contract with Fox.
Are you
so-
looking up anything else?
Yeah, it was Scott Bairstow.
Because we gotta hit the question.
Oh yeah, and then why is he's not coming up here. Bear STOW.
Are you sure that's his name?
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
That'll do it.
BAIR. Yeah, he was in The Postman. No. Nothing really. I mean, nothing of.
Just isn't acting anymore.
No, Party of Five was probably his big one. He was in there for a while. Nothing else really.
Who's he in Party of Five? Is it Bailey?
Ned.
No, okay, I don't.
Ned
know.
Grayson. Yeah, I never watched Party of Five.
I didn't either, but I remembered a couple characters.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. So we're doing Spaceballs, guys.
Well, before we hit the question,
Yeah.
I'm gonna mention the Oscars real quick because there's just a couple things I wanted to mention. I did not watch it,
Me neither.
but I
Well,
did
we were
see
flying,
that
so.
Joaquin Phoenix won,
Uh-huh.
which that's the only reason why I posted that meme because I thought it was hilarious.
How
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto doesn't have
Yeah.
one and everyone else does.
Now, in his defense, I can't believe I'm defending Jared Leto and Joker from Suicide Squad. He didn't get a movie for himself.
No, he didn't.
No. So I don't know if I'd count that. I mean, he's played the Joker, but it wasn't like
it wasn't.
he wasn't a main character.
Right.
I wonder how Harley Quinn's doing in theaters.
It had an underwhelming opening. They said. I read.
It
Underwhelming?
probably did, but Josh told me that it got like an 8.5 or something.
Oh, no, the reviews are fine. It was the lowest opening for DC EU.
It's probably because this is a character that people are not certain can hold. Well, I'm a fan of Harley Quinn, so I can say that she can hold her own film, but it's kind of like
I think it's just because of the negativity of Suicide Squad.
it's got an 80%
but
on
it's
Rotten
like-
Tomatoes. That's really good.
It's like 3 years removed from Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it is.
I know, but I just think that everybody was
Wow.
really like gung ho about it right after Suicide Squad. Like,
Look at that.
oh, let's get a Harley. Wow, yeah. I got
Audience and critics agree on
Yeah.
this movie.
And honestly, I don't think that I don't know what it is, but when I watched the trailer, I'm just like not.
Doesn't pull you
It
in?
doesn't pull me in, but it's still like, you know what? I really enjoyed Suicide Squad, and I really enjoyed Harley Quinn, and I was like, yeah, this would be great movie, and I can't believe like, you know, Margot Robbie's gonna do it, and it's a big deal. But I just like watching the trailer. I'm like, I just don't. I think like it's got to be the superhero fatigue thing, like.
Sure.
But
after
I mean,
Endgame. Or
yeah, like it's just like everything just seems like at a
it's like,
stopping
it's
point.
like is all superhero movies kind of just like bleh.
They're just the same.
Yeah, but I mean,
don't
I
care
will
anymore.
still, no matter what, I'm going to watch that
What's
movie.
the next genre to come alive here?
Yeah, we'll see.
We gotta think about what's next.
I got one more thing about the Oscars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eminem showed up to do a live performance of "Lose Yourself," and
Nice.
apparently nobody understood why, and I didn't know either until I read about it.
Why?
In 2003, he was nominated for Best Original Song for that song
Mhm.
in
Lose Yourself?
8 Mile,
Yeah.
and he won, but
Yes.
he didn't go.
Why?
I don't know. He just
He was a jerk back then.
He was kind of an ass,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he just
yeah.
didn't care. So he won. Barbara Streisand announced that he won. He was actually asleep when she announced it. So he came
God.
back to sing that song at the Oscars.
I'm totally gonna watch
And
that.
if you think about the
Why now?
you think about the lyrics, you only get one shot,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
he actually, I think he tweeted that he thanked the Academy for letting him come back to sing it.
But
That's
why?
awesome.
Why now?
I don't know why.
It's a weird
now,
number.
but
Just-
at the same time,
That's a weird number.
They said the crowd was kind of confused, so they were doing shots of the crowd, and like some people were digging it, and some people were like, "What is
Whether,
this? This
like-
isn't the Grammys, you know?"
No, right?
No, but
yeah.
it's like it's a performance. Like it's just,
Yeah,
People
but it's
don't
a musical
have-
performance at a movie show.
Alex, people don't have the same appreciation for artists like we do.
I know,
But
right?
it did make me think of, like, if I would have loved to see that live, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't gonna watch the show.
No.
Yeah.
But it did make me think of in 2015 when AC/DC opened the Grammys,
Mm-hmm.
and I did see that live, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
And the crowd, bunch of music, people,
Mm-hmm.
just they ate it up.
Oh, of course they did.
I mean, whether or not I'm an actor or not, I would still eat up "Lose Yourself." I mean, that was
Well,
like
we would, but
Yeah, we're
and
different people.
we
Right.
think, Eminem to me is the best rapper ever.
I'm
And
I'm
you
pretty
think
much on
about
that. Not going to
what,
deny any of that. I'm not well versed in any rappers.
well,
if you guys
especially
have
not
any,
now, because
knowledge.
the genre is different.
yeah,
Yeah.
But you have people like Post Malone and
yeah,
Lil Nas X and people I don't even know. Like
yeah. I can't
the,
even.
Apparently,
you a
one of the
list.
guys.
in our generation, it's Eminem.
Apparently, one
Yeah,
of the guys at the Super Bowl halftime show, his name is Bad Bunny or Big Bunny.
Was
or
that the
something.
guy that was on there rapping or
Well,
whatever?
there was two guys.
and I
think,
thought
but-
like it looked like Eminem at first.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's him, but that was.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
there were two. That
I had no idea
broke
who they
into
were.
song.
I don't know.
Yeah. So the genre is.
We are
completely
so
different.
well cultured.
I know,
And-
right?
He's the best and always will be.
I'm gonna.
Well, I'm gonna have to
And
look
that
that up.
song,
after
I
this.
remember when that song came out.
I was
I
obsessed.
still
Everybody
get
loved
hyped.
it.
I still get hyped.
I
need to
still
add
get
that.
hyped.
I
Yeah.
need to add that to my,
I
my
was
Twitch
a
playlist.
I was a junior in high school.
Yeah,
That was
yeah, that would have been me.
I was a freshman.
Sophomore, freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember when that came out. I loved it.
Mhm.
It's a
Great movie,
song.
great film.
Let's get to the question.
Yes.
Let's get
So
to the question.
every week we do a fan question, and this week we just put it out on our social media. So if you are on our YouTube or listening to us, do be sure to follow us on our social media, which we will do in our plugs at the end of the show. But the question is, what odd thing do you do to get rid of stress? Now, this can go many different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to, it could be odd to you. It doesn't have to be like a whole like, oh, I do.
Just whatever you think is.
Being the fact that something is odd, or if you claim that something is odd, it's all subjective.
It is,
It is.
exactly. So
It
that's
is.
why we're saying like whatever you would think is odd, that's what you think. Because for me, I'll just go right off the bat. One thing that I do that some people might think is odd is I work on Photoshop. That could be stressful to a lot because it could be a person's job and not seen as a relaxing thing. So yeah, that's me doing my graphic design is a relaxing thing. Odd. So I don't know if you guys just want to go around the table.
Yeah, we'll
here
go
and
around
just
the
try to
table
think about some
first.
stuff.
If I'm really stressed out, stuff that does help. I mean, it's not weird, but I like working out.
So that would be one. For
That
me
is a
too,
good one.
and
Like, I really like working out. And then, but the thing that I think a lot of girls think is weird about me is when I'm stressed, I crave playing like an FPS. Like, I really like playing like Call of Duty.
It's
And
funny that you say that because one thing I don't do it to relieve stress because I never get to do it. But when I do it, I always feel awesome after, and that's shooting.
I'm sure.
So
I mean, everyone's got
Shooting
that same
real
thing.
gun.
With,
Yeah.
Like some people be like, "Oh, driving a motorcycle because you get to feel that
Just the
real feel."
adrenaline.
Yeah, that adrenaline.
I don't know.
rush.
I just like when I'm having a bad day, I'm like, I could use some Call of Duty.
we Alex, I think we need to do a night of some kind of.
I haven't done any FPSs for. I mean, I've been doing like running the Halo campaigns, but like I haven't done like gone back to Call of Duty or just multiplayer for a little bit. Like I really enjoy it. Like competition with that kind of stuff like helps de-stress me, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. That or playing with my animals. That is a big stress.
That's not
like,
odd.
No, but like I don't know. It's just it's a thing.
Okay.
When I had it, driving my fast car was always fun.
Dude, you say, okay, so you have a gun collection of a couple, and shooting would relax you. Then you also had a muscle car for a few.
I did.
So you did like the manly things.
I have the
right there.
like maybe not guns so much, but getting the muscle car. I'm not in a midlife crisis, but I'm not 20 years old either. So
Right, but you didn't keep it either.
I didn't. So
it was just like
Trust
something.
me, I realized this weekend that I'm not 20 years old anymore.
I
No.
should. I mean, I didn't get rid of it because I wanted to. I'll just say that. So maybe
Right.
someday again we'll revisit that. And
You'll get it.
I'll do it again. But
Right.
Yeah.
it's just fast cars,
You've
Toys.
experienced it.
guns.
Right. Guns and cars.
My gosh.
No, another.
Brett's all like, I get my toenails painted.
Oh God, that would be
No.
a weird one.
But I would imagine getting a massage would just
Oh, that's the best.
You
The
know,
thing is, like, massages at the
squeeze
time, like,
stress right out.
Oh,
it like
does.
when I get massages, I can't just get like a relaxing massage.
Massage.
I have to get like a deep tissue, so it actually doesn't feel good at the time you're getting it. It feels good the
Afterward.
next day,
Sure.
or actually like 2 days later. But
Hmm.
I mean, I definitely don't go to relieve stress to get a massage.
Yeah.
Because, like, if they go and they're like, oh, you just want, like, a simple massage. Oh, honey, no, that knot's too big. We really got to work that out. So then it turns into this just hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's more beneficial to get it that way.
What
It
did
is.
people say?
We've actually got quite a few.
While you're looking them up, I had one other one that's kind of weird for I'd say me mostly. Driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Well, I
think
mean,
As
Yeah.
long as I'm not in traffic,
So-
like heavy traffic.
Even driving your 20,
I wasn't saying
Your
like a muscle
car?
car, but just like
just
Drive.
the act of
Just
driving.
driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
it does relieve stress so Josh and I next weekend are going to be driving to South Dakota
oh,
or
fun.
Minnesota actually.
Yeah.
But the drive there it really is like a stress thing. Like once you get out of like the big cities like Wisconsin Dells and stuff, and then it's just like a straight shot of just land. Like it really is like I'm looking at this like photo that we picked up with the bridge and stuff. Like it really is just relaxing to be able to just drive straight for a while and see the land. And
Yeah.
I like to drive, but I can't do it for long stretches.
Is it your back?
No, I get bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Like, what's the longest road trip you've done?
Like myself,
Yeah, just for yourself. Like, as an adult.
let me think about that.
That's fine. You can think about that. Ours has always been like 12 hours.
I would say way less than
Way
that.
less than that.
Like driving the whole thing myself. I think when I went to Canton for the Hall of Fame,
Okay.
so it was like 3 hours.
That's hardly a trip.
Exactly.
Did you go back the same day?
No.
See, Alex and I would have.
Yeah.
If a
Well,
3 hour
it
drive.
was a weekend.
Oh, that's right.
trip,
Yeah, okay.
so-
If it was just like a there for one thing, we wouldn't have spent the night even. Like we've
Yeah.
gone in back and forth between a 3 to 4 hour trip.
Well,
before.
and then Cedar Point, I drove.
yeah, I
And
guess
that was 3 hours, wasn't it?
yeah,
okay, do you want to move on to
yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So I've got quite a few different answers here. So I'm just gonna. I
Go down the list
who
here.
is I forgot who that is.
Oh, that's our friend Brent.
Brent. I couldn't remember because I'm like
Goombas.
I know, but I'm looking at his like his tag and I'm like it's messing with me. So so Brent said ASMR, which I've never tried before, but I heard that that's actually
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
Would you just put the headphones on? You listen to like some crisp, clear sounds.
Sure.
I want to try something like that. That's actually interesting. You say that because like I've seen a lot of like ASMR Twitch fails. I'm like, wow, their microphone is really crisp and stuff. You know.
Okay, so we've also got Varick from Instagram. Might not be odd to some, but most of my friends think it's odd when I drive out in the country in the winter and solo camp.
Well, I'm surprised it's in the winter.
That's what I'm
Winter
surprised
camping.
I would
about.
totally get that in warm weather,
Right.
but I mean, I guess you could say the same about ice fishing. That a lot of people do ice fishing just to get away from everything. But
Yeah.
it's freaking cold.
It is. Have you? I haven't done ice fishing in
I've never
years.
iced. I've never iced.
Never?
fished. Never.
Oh, well, inside the shack, it's not that cold. It's just like
True.
a cool. You ever gone ice skating?
Once.
It's kind of like that feeling. It's like you feel the
Except
chill,
you're not.
but it doesn't
actually
bother
skating.
you. No, but you still have like that ice around you, but it's like there's no wind and
Sure.
it doesn't. It's not that bad.
All right, we've got our friend Patrick. Shout out to Patrick.
Yo, Patrick.
He said, "I'm not sure if it's odd. I really actually like. I'd love to do what he's saying. By the way,
Go ahead.
Sounds like a great stress reliever. I'm not sure if it's odd, but blast some music like break stuff from Limp Bizkit and go hit a heavy bag.
You know what?
I'm like, that just sounds fun.
Sure.
Like, yeah.
Get out. some
Break stuff
frustration.
sounds like a fun one.
Yes.
Well, you shoot stuff and it breaks.
That's very true.
Well, the song "Break Stuff," like I'm trying to think of like another one to really box to, and I can't think of anything that's like heavy. Like Bodies, that's a good one. Bodies from Drowning Pool.
Bodies hit the-
Yeah, that's a good one.
We've got Just in Time podcast.
Shout out to
Shout out-
Just in Time.
They said throwing pickles at the wall. It's a waste of time. Or it's a waste, but fun and takes your mind off of stuff.
Like the thing on Billy Madison.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That thing. Okay,
Well, I'm
I'm like,
guessing 'cause-
I was thinking of like.
I would assume
Slapping a
you
big old dill pickle
Yeah,
on the
I
wall.
mean, I would assume you want the pickle to stick.
I was totally thinking like I was like, that's so weird. How do you get it to like?
a slice.
I was thinking of an actual like pickle and just throwing it at the
Okay,
wall.
chuck a gherkin at the window.
I was like,
The
what?
gherkin ain't sticking, bro.
It's like that sounds like fun. Just that sounds like a big mess.
Well, throwing pickles in general is a big mess, Alex. What are you saying? You're getting pickle juice everywhere. Some people hate that smell.
We've
I
got
don't like it.
Rob
mind
from
it. I love it.
Instagram says, "Does getting high count?"
That could be odd
Right.
because that can stress people
I
out,
would
or
say
it
it's-
can.
it probably isn't odd at this point, but
No,
That's kind of more the mainstream.
but yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Dan and Cody podcast.
Yeah,
Shout out
those
to you guys.
in California.
They said run with a bunch of exclamation points. It said 6 to 10 miles.
well,
That'll
Okay.
relieve some
it's
stress.
a lot of exercise.
Dude, I'd be like asleep at the end of that. At that point, I don't know if I'd be like.
That's
I'd
a
be
long way.
I'd be so unstressed and tired that I wouldn't even care what's going on.
I've got one more on Instagram from Shadow, from Shadow Inc. down in Indy.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. He says he likes to draw and paint.
Well, he is also an artist.
He's also just, he's amazing, by the way. That's just amazing. Shout out to him. If you want to check him out on Instagram, it's Shadow Inc.
Yeah, his tattoo stuff is like vibrant.
Yeah, he posts a lot of his art and his tattoos and stuff. It's awesome.
Are you gonna get another tattoo, Brett?
Not while I'm donating regularly.
Oh, are you still?
Mhm.
Yeah. We almost.
Donating plasma. that is.
I almost got the angst to do it in the Keys.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Like like the first day, people were like, "Josh, you should so do it. Just get something." And I was like, "I don't know if I'm ready for it yet." But I'm 32.
No,
I
I still think that you said like even if you're gonna do it, or would you do the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mute symbol behind my right ear.
Yeah. So something that would
See,
take like less than
I
5
don't
minutes.
know your reservations about that because you're never gonna see it.
No, but it's
there.
it's there. I have a tattoo kind of thing, and it's also like it'll help people. Because while we were in Key West, like people were talking to Josh, and he's like, "Wrong ear, wrong ear."
You're making you're making the case for me.
Yes, you are.
What do you mean?
That it would be beneficial.
Yes.
Oh,
You're telling me like I was the one that was against it when I was saying you should do it.
that must have went right over my head. It seemed like it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he should do it, Brett.
All right.
Thanks for agreeing.
Conversation on that point over.
Wow.
Yeah, Josh, let's get it done.
Like, get her done. Yeah, I was thinking about it. And I've been thinking about it for the past couple of years now. And I almost did it when Alex got hers, but I didn't do it.
You were going to.
I had a different idea, and I didn't like it. And
I'm glad that you did it.
Well, yeah, me too, because I actually grew out of that stage of that's the thing. We were having a conversation with Jer's fiance down in Florida. We were having a conversation with her about tattoos, and she's like, "Well, the thing is about tattoos, that permanence level, you might not like that item
That's
2-3 years from
Well,
now."
that's the
while that's true, that's why you don't just get something impulsive. You
Right.
really
Right.
figure it out before you decide.
which there are
is
people like
what I
that's
did.
just what they do though.
Yeah, and I get that, and then that's fine. And impulsiveness is just some people they go get a piercing or they go get hair color. Hair dyeing thing, that's a big
Sure.
thing for
Sure.
girls especially.
I would absolutely love
Any
to
more?
dye hair. No, that's what I got.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're sitting on time here now?
Yep.
All right. So we
We need a new fan question.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I had one.
yes,
oh,
you
dang
did.
it. I had one. I had
So-
one too.
Let me see. Here.
Oh, while you're looking it up, there was actually a list of ones that were unusual while we were talking about unusual ways to relieve stress. So I'm just going to list them here. There's 7, so there's not a lot.
Okay.
Drink orange juice.
Okay.
High levels of vitamin C
Oh,
can
okay.
reduce your stress levels.
Yeah.
Chew some gum. Benefits in that by
You know what? I'm going to add something.
studying hormone.
When I'm
coded-
stressed,
Yeah,
I make hot tea.
that's a good one.
Like, that really helps calm me down.
Give your pet a rub.
It's it. See, playing with my animals. See? Like, that's...
Phone a friend. Talking to someone. That's real standard.
Mhm.
That's venting at that point. Eating something crunchy. Some people like that crunch noise, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Have a good laugh. Well, that's not odd at all. This is a terrible
Have a
list.
good
Brett,
by-
are you stressed? Do you need a Snickers?
Guys, this came
Get
this came from oxbridgeacademy.edu.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
they are
All
way
right.
up there.
So
One
what
last one, guys, and this is actually kind of true.
What?
Dance.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer to, go in my car and sing a song really loud.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as you notice, I'm the most hardcore flosser of all time now.
You sure are. Yep. Mhm.
Alex has started taking random videos of me doing it. Literally. And we've
Yeah.
been doing that.
He was going into different, just random areas and
Doing the
just because
floss.
it was funny, everybody kept saying oh, you're really good at that. So he would go into random areas behind people and then do a quick
There's a video Alex has of me on the bout while we were.
He's in the back of
There's
the
a
boat.
guy playing guitar, and I'm
and
behind
he
him.
thinks that I'm actually recording him playing guitar. Josh
So
is
he's,
in the
jamming
background,
out.
flossing.
Just the random guy in the background. It's really funny.
It's funny.
I wasn't trying to do it to make fun of the guy.
No, but the guy was awesome.
Yeah, he was
very
really,
awesome.
he was a really fun guy. Oh man, and Jer liked him so much that he got his business card to see if he could
see if
play
they
at
want to
their
play at the
wedding.
wedding.
Yeah,
like
they
he was
liked him
that good.
much. Yeah. So we're gonna get on out of here, guys. Looks like we're hitting time.
No, we're
here.
not. We gotta do the question.
Yeah,
The question.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
All right. Let's get the question.
So I kept saying all through I was on vacation that I was gonna go see Bad Boys for Life, and I
Okay.
still haven't because I just don't want to go by myself. I will go by myself, but I just haven't made myself go
Can we go?
because I'm going tomorrow. But the question is, would you go or have you gone to a movie or out to eat by yourself? Because I go
Yes.
out to eat often by myself.
Okay.
I do too.
And then again, the movies, which I think the movies is a little more uncommon to go by yourself. And some people are very passionate about they would not go by themselves.
Do you want to do
at all.
Do you want to do just movies? Because out to eat is
Well, I mean,
it's pretty basic. People
yeah, but
you see it more often than movies.
yes, but there's certain circumstances in which people would or would not. So they can. You don't have to put that in the question, but they can add that anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's actually not too bad because our friend Jer, when we were talking to him about it when he was single, he did that.
That's what he liked to do. He was
Yeah.
like, oh, I went and saw this. I'm like, by yourself?
I do it. I did it. I used to do it all the time.
I know, but it's Josh, you used
we gotta save this next week.
Hashtag it. Hashtag it. Okay, we'll shut up about it. That's the question.
Right.
Start plugging.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you want to catch me on my Twitch stream, I am a Twitch streamer. I do stream on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings and Saturday morning. You can catch me on twitch.tv/Mr. L, MISTERL. Lately, I've been doing Rocket League. I've actually been hitting up one of the local podcasts down in Indianapolis. I don't know if you remember Jacob, the rock star. Yeah, he's been actually messaging me about doing some kind of co-streaming and stuff. So maybe getting into that. He's been doing a lot of streaming
definitely.
himself. So I've been getting into co-streaming with him and maybe collaborating. So I've been normally doing Rocket League. I've also been doing. I stopped on The Witcher. I think I'm just going to pass on that one. I do need a campaign. I need some campaign suggestions. So people send me some of that. Send them messages. Tweet at me, which I'll plug my Twitter as well, too, after our Twitch here. So, so make sure you check out my Twitch stream. I'll be on tomorrow.
All right. I also Twitch stream as well as twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTEKITTI. So typically I stream on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This last weekend I obviously did not because I was on vacation. But as of right now, I'm playing through the Halo campaigns. I'm currently on Halo 2.
Yep.
right now. And when I'm not playing Halo, I'm on The Sims 4
Yeah.
on PC.
But you're loving Halo.
I'm really I'm kind of obsessed with it now. I wanted to play some more today, but I was too tired.
Yeah, you woke up
So,
at like
anyways,
6:15 in the evening.
So I'll be back on normal schedule this weekend. So Saturday night, about 8:30, I'll be on.
Did you say your handle?
Yeah, twitch.tv/cute_kitty.
There you go. All right. If you want to follow us on our social media for our podcast, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we are on Twitter, which is @PTOUnlimited. On those apps, we will have our weekly question if you want to comment on that. Otherwise, you can join us live on our YouTube every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will have our questions read out live. So if you are in our live chat, do be sure to answer the question then if you want to. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
On a final note, a couple of final notes actually. First one is I saw it that the PlayStation Store was doing a retro sale.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went to look through what they had, and they had the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, which is 3, Vice City, and San Andreas on sale.
Yeah.
So I was reading about it, and it's a port of the PlayStation 2, up-res a little bit, and they added trophies. So I bought it,
Yeah.
and I started playing Grand Theft Auto 3, and it's just, I'm having a blast.
Oh, good. I was
Yeah,
I was
it's
hoping
so
you
fun.
said you couldn't go back.
Well, and some stuff I can't, and there's some there. I mean, it's so different.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
I just
actually
I know that those games well enough that
Yeah.
I can scrape by.
That's why I was saying, like, there's some games you can go back. And
Yeah, because there's a couple more that I could.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, and
That's
it's
good.
And it's the best. Like, I can't even hook up a PS2 to my TV because it doesn't have the composite connections. So I have to get
Yeah.
an adapter. They have the
Oh, dude, I have one.
the adapter.
Yeah.
They have the
I can show it to you.
they have them on iPad or on the iOS,
Mhm.
but and it has controller support, but it just doesn't feel
No.
quite right. So
No.
playing them on the PS4 has been great.
That's good. That's good.
And then the last final note is Friday is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to you,
Oh my
folks.
God, is it really Valentine's
Okay, Alex.
Day?
Alex.
We don't
Alex,
celebrate it.
Alex,
What?
do you want me to?
No,
Would you-
no, and no. You're not buying me anything, and I'm not buying you anything. You know what you're getting this year? The same thing you get every year, which is
A hug.
Underwear.
not a hug.
Oh,
What is your desk decorated in?
a card. Valentine's Day card.
A Valentine's Day
just-
card.
Yeah.
Get her a chocolate.
Yeah.
No, he's not allowed to buy chocolates
No,
anymore
Why?
Dog got into it.
because the dog
chocolate-
got into it.
A chocolate bar.
Yeah. I'll get you like an M&M's bar or something.
Oh.
Mars bar.
Yeah, but you know you're not going to buy it for me on Valentine's Day, right? You're going to do the
Day
smart
after.
thing? Day after Valentine's
50%
Day.
off, bro.
50 to 75% off Valentine's Day
50%
stuff.
off candy. That's when you
Get
do
outta
it.
here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So happy Valentine's Day, y'all. We will catch you next week for episode 199. You guys have a good one.
Bye.
Bye guys.